Oh, it didn't auto switch. Oh, it didn't auto switch. There it is. I thought it was gonna auto switch, but it didn't. Dang shame. But it is what it is. What's goes happening, everybody? It's your boy Ferris Madonna. Welcome to another great edition of Good Friends, Better Rivals. Today, I'm not alone. I'm never alone. I got my main man with me, Caleb. How are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man.
It's great to hear. Great to hear. Great to hear. Rookie mini camp has started. Started today. It extends towards this weekend. Um, numbers for rookie mini camp have come out. Big, big, big fan of players wearing their designated numbers. I do not like this single digit revolution thing we've been having nowadays, right? I miss when wide receivers wore 80s. I miss when linebackers wore the 50s. I miss when defensive linemen wore in the 90s. I miss that days. Do you miss those days, Caleb?
No, not really. I don't really care.
No. Okay. All right. That's a good point. That's good. That's good. But
Why? Why does it bother you?
I just, y'all, we were watching a game, and then like you see a linebacker wearing 5, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, it just, because my eyes have programmed me to be like, these numbers are these
Well, they
positions.
do. They still have that.
Yeah, but not for like, you know what I mean? Like wide
Like
receivers who
a
are star
lineman
wide,
can't be five.
huh?
A lineman can't be five.
Well, thank God. But a defense lineman can be 5.
Well, if they're a rusher, I guess. Not if they're a defensive tackle.
No, you can be a defensive tackle.
One? Name one.
No, no one's done it, but you can.
Exactly. Well, I don't think you can because I think someone would have done it.
Yeah. Does Michael Parsons in the one in Green Bay, you know, does that one look good for you? Well, he's a Green Bay uniform. That must
I mean, he
make
was
you angry.
11. I mean, just knock one off the jersey.
Yeah. It looks cool with him. But, so yeah, see, his left tackle wore 57. What is that? What is that? That's horrible. That's ugly. I don't like it.
Most lineman numbers are ugly.
Huh?
They're all in the 50s and 60s. Those are all for a lineman. Those are all ugly.
Nah, man, a guard with 55 on the chest or a center with 55 on the
55 is
chest.
like linebacker.
No, there's been centers and guards
I
with
know there is
55.
now. But I'm saying classically, if you're so
They're like a 62,
classically,
like man,
if
like a
you
62, like a 62, man. Like what it looked nice. Yeah.
yeah,
So
it doesn't really bother me.
it bothers me. It bothers me quite often. But let's keep it moving, right, Caleb? So we're doing off-season expectations, right? We're doing rookie expectations. Arvell Reese showed up. I saw Francis uh, Mauigoa. Finally got his last name right. I think I was lied to about his back injury. I think I was caught in the lying season. I was told that his back injury would make him fall, and he wouldn't be the number one tackle for a lot for people. But I watched the Giants' life, and he was the number one tackle for a couple of people. So I was lied to, and I'm now super happy for those first 2 picks. But outside of that, my expectations for them in rookie training camp is really, I really have like it's rookie mini camp, right? What can you expect from them? I expect them to be in shape, engaged. You know what I mean? Uh, you know, you wanting to learn, but that's pretty much it. Does rookie mini camp matter? That's the question. Does rookie
Yeah, I
mini
mean,
camp
they have
matter?
to know where
Hmm?
everything's at.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but in the end, does it really matter? That's the
Um,
question I'm asking you.
yeah, I mean, I think that matters to get adjusted to what NFL life is like.
But couldn't they just done it at training camp?
You can, but wouldn't you rather have them already be, embedded into and already be used to it by the time they get to training camp? So then their only focus is on the field.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all you got.
I mean, yeah, I mean that why wouldn't that be important?
Then it is important. Then that was the question I must ask. Is it important? I'm gonna be real with you. I get it. I'm with it. You wanna you
I
wanna
mean,
get them in. You wanna get them in an
I guess it
environment
used to
where,
be something when they actually practice, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
they
nowadays,
don't they
like
don't practice anymore.
yeah, I understand like because you kind of have like so it's not a lot of people there, right? The vets are not there. The people that are trying to fight for a job aren't there, right? It's just your rookies and other invited undrafted
Yeah, you
rookies.
used to have like tryout people.
Yeah, and
You
then you
know,
kind of you're kind of it's kind of like a a weekend preparedness. It's like kind of like you like the wilderness retreats when you're in like the Cub Scouts or the Boy Scouts where you would go out and you would spend a week in the woods, carving stuff out of wood and building a fire, and then boom, you're good. And this is what's
I
kind of
never got to that level.
oh, okay. You never were in the Cub Scouts or the Boy
I
Scouts?
was, but we never went out to the woods.
Oh damn, it
We never
sucks
got to
because
that part, or I quit before we
yeah.
ever did that.
Yeah, I think the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts kind of died off when I was in middle school because because technically I was in Boy Scout club. It was like
I
a
was
club
too.
after school,
Yeah,
but we didn't go out in the woods
yeah.
and
Well, we
yeah.
we went to the park.
Yeah. We had a field in the park. We just played like flag football or Red Rover
No,
or
we
whatever.
actually
You know
did
what I
the
mean?
Cub Scout. Like we were actually like making things and learning things. Like we actually did the stuff, but we just didn't go out into the woods.
Yeah. Jay says Ferris is on the side of Tom Brady in this one. Yeah, maybe me and Tom Brady may be onto something. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Delia in the chat. But yeah, man. Who are who are you looking for, Caleb, in Cowboys rookie mini camp? Right. We know it's Caleb Downs, so don't say Caleb Downs. One of the later picks. What do you think? Like who? Because it's Caleb. Of course, it's Caleb Downs. Who are you looking forward to? Right? Are you looking for? Because I heard the edge you drafted out of Michigan.
Probably
You're
the
gonna make him
undrafted kid, Michael Trigg.
Michael Trigg. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Baylor tight end who was shocking that he went undrafted. But I'm
That's what I'm
hearing
saying. That's why it's more. I guess I'm looking forward to him to
Mhm.
see. If, I mean, there was a lot of talk about him going in at
He was
least the
like a
mid
top five tight
rounds.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fun.
to
Yeah.
have him not drafted, I mean, obviously there's some off the field stuff
Yeah,
that
I heard this is what I heard from him. One of the worst work ethics in college football. Someone said that. Someone said he basically means he's lazy. He doesn't want to do anything. That's what one of the report was. Is the report real? Because these people do be lying to be ruining people's draft stocks, to be ruining all stuff. Like that's the question we must ask ourselves. Is it real? Was it a real report? I don't think so.
well, I
Maybe,
mean,
but someone must have believed it if he didn't get drafted.
every team believed it.
Yeah, because no
That's the
one,
reason why
no
nobody
one,
drafted him.
no one took a flyer in the sixth round. No one took a flyer in
No,
the seventh round. Like
so
you know what I
maybe it
mean?
was true.
Maybe it was true. That's the thing.
But well, I guess even if it was true, you can change. You
Yeah,
can focus up.
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Um, and that's the hope that you want to see from. I want to see how what they actually think of him. What do you think of him as just a pass catching tight end, or do you actually see him as an actual receiver?
Yeah.
Um, because he's got that body type and that's how he plays. And he's deadly in the seam route, and
Hmm.
Dak loves to throw the seam route. Like
Big fan of the team.
that's yeah, that's what one of his favorite throws to make. And if he can do that, Dak loves his tight ends. Um, so I mean, he can, like, if he can show something early on, maybe he gets those opportunities in training camp, and then we can really see what he can do by that time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jay Sticks asking you a question. Looking to see how Malachi Lawrence and Jay Sean Barnum look. Could Ezra Rocker be put on notice? No, Lawrence could put Ezra Rocker on notice. Barnum is playing for the inside linebacker position.
Yeah,
Because like we said before the draft, you know, like yes, safety was a weakness for them, but they had safeties that could just fill a hole for a minute, and safeties tend to fall in drafts, so they could have gotten another safety in like the second round maybe. Linebacker was the black hole of this defense. It was an embarrassment. Injuries, not even subpar play, bad play by them. So like that's why I believe the report that they were trying to trade up to six trade up to either six or seven to get Sonny Styles because Sonny ends up going to.
That's not true.
That's not true. So Jerry again
They were
was.
trying to trade up to 6 to get Caleb Downs. They thought he would. The Giants would take him
Oh, but then why would you trade to 6 when we were at 5? So you would need to go to 4.
because you had another pick.
Oh, you didn't think we were gonna get him at 5?
Well, it didn't matter. Um, we thought you were gonna take if you didn't take him at 5, you were gonna take him at 10.
10.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So he was the guy you wanted
he
outright.
was always the guy. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
always
You believe that?
absolutely,
You believe that? Who
absolutely.
told you
I believe
this? Who
that.
told you this?
Well,
Which
considering that most people had him as their number one guy, why would that be any different for the Cowboys?
that's a good point. But do you believe that, or did Jared lie to everyone?
If he's on
Because
the top of the board, why would you not do everything you can
was he
do?
the top? Do we?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, I believe you. I'll take your word
I
for it.
mean, I don't see why you wouldn't be.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, no, because the reason is that he does play safety. It gets get a little disrespected a little. So I understand. That's why people talk about Kyle Hamilton all the time. Best player in the draft, but he went 14 because he played safety. But I also
Yeah,
think he
but
went
the
14
way we
because
can use him is not just playing safety.
slot nickel. That's
You
nice.
can play his nickel, safety, even down playing a little bit of linebacker sometimes. Depends what defense.
But could that be in the Isaiah Simmons territory of he has no position? How do we use him?
No, I think they know how to use him.
Okay.
I think Christian Parker will come up with a scheme, and that's why they had him as a top guy. And yeah, I mean the fact that he has such good DB skills
Hmm.
really kind of negates the whole he's out of position because it'll just translate everywhere
Yep.
to
Yep.
anything he's gonna do. So that's why I just don't think they saw him as just a safety. If you're looking for just safety, yeah, I guess you would put him a little lower. But
Hmm.
they saw him just as a defensive player.
Okay. Okay, got you. Jay says they got Barham and Overton behind Rashawn Gary at outside linebacker, weak side linebacker. Yeah. Don't believe that because ESPN like we haven't gotten the depth charts yet. We're still in rookie minicamp. It was said when they drafted Barham, someone asked him like, "You're keeping him at edge." I think Christian Parker or someone said, "No, we're moving to inside. We're going to teach him how to play inside linebacker," which is good luck. I
Yeah.
don't know. If he's ever played inside
Well,
linebacker.
it doesn't seem like he's going to be on the coverage downs,
Yeah.
mostly on the run downs,
Yes.
because I don't know if he can even play in coverage that well. So we're
Yes.
just looking for his athletic ability and his ability to get to the ball and run plays and sometimes blitz as well. That's where we're going to mostly use him for because I mean you have Overshown to play a little bit of coverage. He has fast athletic ability, and we just traded for D Winters, and you got have those two guys for those type of plays. So it's all going to be rotation. Still feel like we need more, at least one more guy, and that linebacker room is still pretty thin. But that's how we can use them. And as yeah, I mean Overton, yeah, he will be behind Gary, and then yeah, Malachi Lawrence with Azaraku. Yeah, he'll just depends. Maybe Azaraku does a lot better. I really do think Azaraku's problem was the coach sucked. I mean,
Hmm.
he really sucked. He was a horrible coach. I mean, he didn't bring down his rookie year. It brought down the entire defense. Like nobody
Yes.
had a good year, so you can't really judge him based off of that year because everybody sucked. The
Hmm.
coach sucked. He wasn't getting good coaching, so I think with a good staff coming in, that can rise the expectations of what he can do. So that he may keep hang on to his spot of starting just because he's getting better coaching. He has a better scheme. So yeah, I will actually have what we saw from him because he was getting after in training camp.
Hmm.
Just once he won the season, it didn't really show too much. But he did take a
Well,
big. What
he
was
started facing actual tackles. You know, you
yeah,
can you can ball out in training camp against other your teammates and probably also other people fighting for jobs and backups, and that's fine. But when the game, you're against you know
Him.
pretty good left tackles. Like I'm sorry, like you don't expect Donovan Ezraku to win the battle against Jordan Mailata or Lane Johnson. You don't expect it because Lane Johnson jumps offside all the goddamn time. But that's a conversation for another day. Another slanderous point I make for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a joke, Philly. Calm down. But yeah, like you don't expect them to win those matchups. You don't expect them to win matchups. Let's say if you're against Tampa Bay and you line them up on the left side, you're not expecting him to win his matchup against Tristan Wirfs. He's not going to. A fully healthy Andrew Thomas, you're not expecting him to win that matchup. Like it's not going to happen. I also think he looked a little small when I would watch tape of Donovan Ezraku. He looked a little small playing edge. Could he get more weight
Well,
to
now that he's going to be standing up, I think that works in his favor a little more.
maybe yeah
With the 3-4 scheme,
yeah.
being upright, I think a lot of will take advantage of it, and that's why I'm maybe don't have as high expectations for Malachi Lawrence. I think he's going to be good, but I think Izaraku is going to really show some stuff that he didn't show, and he really did show a lot towards the end of the year in his run stopping ability, which was unexpected because we didn't think really he really had that. But he started showing up in the run game, and it was like, wow, that he actually did better than that than he was rushing the passer, which was totally unexpected. But he has the moves. Like he just if he gets into the scheme really well, he can really get that pass rush, and we know he's got
Hmm.
that run game now. So I think I expect a lot from him. So as much as the opportunities, we know Sean Gary, is kind of hot and cold sometimes. So maybe he fills that other spot. So we'll see. Like I said, it's all rotation. Like
Yeah.
a lot of this is just
Well,
rotational
because you
guys.
haven't said a name. D Winters. You traded for D Winters
Yeah, I did say
from.
Winters. I did mention.
Oh, I didn't hear
I
D Winters,
said
but okay.
that we're gonna,
You said rotation. I didn't hear with D Winters. I apologize. What do
because
you think D Winters is? Because D Winters outside linebacker,
he's
kind of
inside linebacker for us.
for you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like probably for you, but when he was in San Francisco, he played outside. So they're bumping him in. He played outside linebacker at
Yeah.
tennis TCU, kind of like the edge. So what's your expectations for D?
To play in the coverage downs. That's
How you
what
doing, Leo?
with Overshown, he's going to be the main starter
Hmm.
for us. I mean, he proved that he can play throughout the season as he did last year. So we expect him to be the starter because you can't count on Overshown because he hasn't been healthy.
Injuries? Yeah, yeah.
So if this is the guy we're going to have to count on, and as we get more up to speed. And I still think we are not done yet. Maybe we can make some more moves.
Hmm.
Maybe one more move to help that linebacker spot. That's at least what I'm expecting to
What's
happen.
up,
Because,
Jose or Brodney? I don't know who's doing the Ring Kings podcast account, but shout out to you.
but that's it's still thin. It's still a thin linebacker
Yes.
spot. So we're gonna, like I said, I hope we make another move there. But that's what it looks like right now.
Yeah, yeah. I like how with the Cowboys, we haven't said anything about the offense because like there's literally no question about the offense. It's all about defense, defense, defense. George Pickens did sign his franchise tag tender. Hey, how you doing, Jose? Shout out to you, man. Hope you're having a wonderful day. But some people are still, saying he may get traded. I don't think so. I don't truly believe that because, like, we're at this point because the draft's over and no one's gonna trade their 2027 picks. Apparently, the 2027 picks are like now like untouchable post draft. So I don't think anyone's gonna do that. So yeah, he's gonna be in Dallas for one more year. He's gonna have to, even if he like doesn't like it, he has to accept it and have another great year.
Yeah, and I
And,
think that's what
I
he's
think
doing.
that's
I
what.
think that's what he's
Yeah.
doing by
Yes.
signing the tag is by saying, yeah, I may not like this, but this is just what's going to be. I'm going to go play,
Hmm.
and I don't think he probably not going to be there for the mini camp.
Yeah.
But I expect him to be there in training camp. Otherwise, he would be fine because he did sign it. So I expect him to be there in training camp, and he'll be as good as he has been. And yeah, that's why there's no really, like you said, there's no really question about the offense. The offense was great last year.
Well, there's one question.
And what is that?
It's the running back position. I know you have Javonte Williams, but can he replicate what he did last year? And I know he had a good year last year, but can he have a better year? It was a fine year by his standards because he was
That's
coming
putting
off.
on the off the line, really.
Yeah. So yeah, it's true. That's true. Is your offensive line gonna be as good as it was last year?
I think it will be. I mean, still though, so that front three is still young.
Yeah,
All
yeah. The
three of
the,
them.
the Tylers, Tyler cubed is what I like to call them. Tyler
Yeah.
cubed.
Booker and
Smith.
Smith, and then Cooper Beebe in the middle. I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
opens up.
Well, your three wise men are pretty damn good. Your three wise men are pretty damn good. I was always a big fan of Cooper Beebe at Kansas State. I thought he could survive at guard in the NFL, but apparently they were like, no, he's going to be a center. Perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. But yeah, Smith, Booker, and Beebe, great front three in a sense. Um, but it's the tackles that's the problem. If you want to say a problem,
Well, in the pass protection, they're more of a problem than the run game.
yeah, yeah,
Terrence Steele's a good run blocker.
yeah.
Um, because he's strong. He's a strong guy. He gets
When he puts his paws on you, you're not moving.
yeah, it's more his footwork and his technique. That's why he gets kind of messed up in the pass protection. And then a guy, I mean, yeah,
If
he's
you have to
not
replace,
great.
if they're looking to replace somebody, they're gonna replace him. I know he's still young and he was raw out of Oklahoma. Everyone even said it like, oh, he's very raw. I don't know why they drafted him, but it's Dallas, so we may have to give him the benefit of the doubt because a lot of people made fun of you guys when you guys drafted Travis Frederick. So and that made everyone look stupid, made y'all look smart. So I think that's why everyone was like, okay, they maybe see something in Tyler Guyton that we didn't see. So they may be onto something, right? It's like when certain organizations draft certain positions, people look at that person different, right? When Pittsburgh would always draft a receiver, I look at them a little different. Like, oh, what did Pittsburgh see? Because Pittsburgh's track record of hitting on receivers, Hines Ward, Martavius Bryant, then they leave Pittsburgh and then they all like go, hell in a handbasket, Deontay Johnson, most famously Antonio Brown. They found him in the 6th round from Central Michigan. Hines Ward had 1 year of college experience at wide receiver. Same thing with Antoine Randall L. Hold up, did they draft Antoine Randall L? Let me double check that. Antoine Randall L.
Was he on the Redskins before or after?
That's what I want to find out. Yeah, he was in Pittsburgh, then he was a Redskin. Exactly, right? So so they found Antoine Randall L. Well, I think Plaxico, right? See, the only one that succeeded was Plaxico when he went to New York. They found Plaxico Burress. Mike Wallace had 1,000 yards in Miami and Baltimore, so you can count those as successes. But most of the receivers that leave Pittsburgh in this modern era, if you do leave Pittsburgh, because Hines Ward never left Pittsburgh, you don't really reach the same heights as you did in Pittsburgh. So when Pittsburgh drafts receivers, I look at those receivers a little different. Like, oh, what did Pittsburgh see? Right? I don't know how. I don't know who in their department works that way. So I think that's why with Dallas, I'm saying like you drafted Tyron Smith. I know Tyron Smith was a top 10 pick, but even development you still need to develop them, right? He developed. AB won a Super Bowl with Tampa. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's a good point. That's a valid point, Jose. But like. Look at him. Like that's all I gotta say. Look at the guy. Yeah, I mean, George Pickens is doing all right. Well, it's one season. It's one season. It's one season. Let's just calm down here. It's one season. So we'll see.
Pretty
We'll
damn
see.
good season.
It was a pretty, Calvin Austin the third and Roman Wilson have been derriere. That is true, Jay. They were derriere in Pittsburgh and they were derriere outside of Pittsburgh. Yeah, hopefully, exactly. Hopefully, Jermaine Bernard brings them back on track. Maybe we'll see about that. But yeah, man, like, just they draft a position. You look at them a little different. You look at them a little different. with like I know Tyrone Smith, Zach Martin,
Yeah,
top 20
even
picks.
even even the mid round guys, we've done all right with like because
Hmm.
I mean, even though they haven't signed big contracts with us, they've gone on and had
Sam
successful careers.
Cosmi
No, it was Connor Williams
and Sam Cosmi, right?
and Tyler Biotish.
Oh, Cosmi was drafted by Washington. Okay, my bad. I got that wrong.
Yeah,
I thought you also drafted Cosmi. No, you guys did have Cosmi.
no, I did not. We had Tyler
Okay, so
Biotish.
it is Connor Williams. Okay, my bad. I thought
Connor
it was Connor
Williams,
Williams and Sam Cosmi. My
Tyler
bad.
Biotish,
Yeah,
both
Tyler
guys,
Biadasz.
were like mid round picks, but they
Got
did
big
really well
money.
for us, and
Big
they
money.
had big money for
Washington.
other teams. So yeah, we've done well with a lot of
Hmm.
linemen. We just we might have just missed.
Hmm. Maybe on Tyler Guyton, he was just too raw and not being able to translate. Maybe. Well, we'll see how it is. See how it is. Any other notes? Any other expectations you have, Caleb? Here's the thing too. Also
But
on
I
the
think at running back, I do expect. Um,
Jadon Blue,
uh,
Javante Williams. Where are we looking?
well, that's all we got. That's all we got is Javante Williams and Jalen Blue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I had high expectations for Jalen Blue last year. It was just more of his attitude that
Mm-hmm.
you know limited his playing time.
Yes.
Um, I guess they got confidence because they didn't draft one, they didn't sign one. I expect them to probably sign maybe a veteran like they did, like a Miles Sanders type of guy,
Yes.
probably before training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if they're not doing much at that position, it seems like they trust them to be the backup.
Well, he also got Malik Davis and Phil Maffa.
That's true, but I mean, that's kind of whatever. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
it's not much.
Yeah. I'm not saying it is, but you have it. Shout out to this
But that's
article I'm
it.
reading by Connor Lifesafe from Blogging with the Boys. Shout out to you, Blogging with the Boys.
And then,
Always
yeah, they
give
just trust Javante Williams gonna have the same year, and so do I. I think he's just gonna have just as good as year. I don't see any other reason why you wouldn't, barring injury.
Yeah, I understand. But also too with running backs, man, it's scheme dependent, and some people just like pop up out of nowhere, right? They just like pop up out of nowhere, man. I can't really use them as an example because Shanahan running backs, they're like they find randoms like at left and right, because like Alfred Morris, rookie came out of nowhere, boom, over 1,000 yards, right? So it just depends on the scheme. Like I said, last year Javante Williams coming off the ACL, boom, had a good season. So you could honestly, man, I remember it was Denver the year they won the Super Bowl. They signed C.J. Anderson, I think halfway through the year or like late towards the end of the year. C.J. Anderson is the reason they won that title. Like Brock Osweiler and Peyton Manning didn't throw the ball.
Oh,
Gary Kubiak,
yeah.
well, yeah, they threw the ball, but they
Didn't
didn't.
land
They
where it's
did,
supposed to be.
yeah, yeah. Like they threw it. They threw it, but it wasn't. But C.J. Anderson just came in, and man's a legend. I personally think Broncos fans should really look at him a little bit different. But shout out to you, C.J. Anderson, Cal Golden Bear. Shout out to you, big dog. But outside of that, running back is kind of that's always been the problem. Right? You can find a running back, right? Because growing up, a lot of the great athletes became running backs, right? So there was a lot of running backs, and it devalued the market. You know, so hopefully you'll find one. Like you said, Miles Sanders is still out there. You know, so we'll see what happens. You may wait till someone gets cut, and after the preseason, right? Because there's a lot of teams who look for cuts on teams, right? And like they watch, like, oh, I really like that player. Let's see if he gets cut. And just because you got cut, don't mean you're not going to get a job. Just means that we can't keep 12 defensive linemen. We got to cut two of them. They cut two of them. Those two go on another team. There's someone on each NFL team whose his singular job is to look at the cuts on final cut day or the cuts leading up to final cut day, right? So that's how you got to look at it, right? So you may find somebody later on in the off season to fill out the team. Because here's the thing, Caleb. We haven't really talked about it. Someone may get hurt in training camp, in
Always
preseason,
in our training camp.
huh?
Someone always gets hurt in our training camp.
Exactly. So like, no one's gonna be fully healthy coming out of the offseason. So people got to take it a little easy. The New York Giants, really moving on to them. Um, John Harbaugh. I got that from C.J. Anderson. He literally said C.J. Anderson signed with the Broncos 2013. He won a Super Bowl in 2015. I have no idea where he got that information from. Oh,
Well, he
okay.
went to well, they go
No,
to
no,
Super
no, no.
Bowl
I know.
2013.
No. I got my information wrong because
He went to the Super Bowl with the Rams.
there it is. That's the thing. I think I got it. The Rams signed him halfway through the year and helped him get to a Super Bowl. I got my teams mixed up.
Yeah, that was bad memories for us. Like he
Sorry.
just ran
He
all
ran
over.
all over you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So my bad. It was the Rams team that he did that. Because I was like, I got that information from CJ. CJ told it in an interview. I think it was the Rams, not the Broncos. It was the
Well, they
Rams.
did. The Broncos went to the Super Bowl in 2013.
Yeah. He lost two Super Bowls. He's 1-1. Well, 1-2. He lost to Seattle, beat Carolina, and then he lost to New England with LA. Yeah. So my bad. Sorry, CJ. Yeah, the Rams. Yeah, CJ was in an interview talking about halfway through the year. I was I got called up. Yeah, the Rams called him up halfway through the year, or even I think it wasn't even halfway through. I think it was like 3/4 through the year. It was 3/4 through the year. The Rams signed him up, and he like led their attack because I think Todd Gurley got injured. I think
Yeah, he did.
he did get injured, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the Rams, not the Broncos. The Rams. I apologize. Mix those two teams up. I apologize. My bad. My bad. Broncos Nation. Let's ride. No, actually, let's not do that. That's actually bad memories for you. I apologize. But yeah, the big story with John Harbaugh, right? An undrafted free agent has made a John Harbaugh team 17 of the 18 years he's been in the NFL. So one of these undrafted people he signed is gonna make this team. It could be their kicker, Dominic Zavada from Michigan. I did see from an article by Dan Duggan. I don't know how old this article is. It's about 11 hours ago. He talked about an undrafted player named Damian Bankson, running back out of Michigan. He could be coming back, kick returner, extra running back depth. You have the offensive lineman out of Kutztown, Ryan Chernek. That could be him. So like someone's gonna make this roster. Some undrafted kid is gonna make this roster. The defensive lineman out of Wisconsin, Ben Bartnett. And honestly, man, I just want reintegration. I want reintegration. I want learning the playbook and all that stuff, right? Because I was gonna do an individual video about my expectations for him, but I'm gonna repeat it because I've been repeating it over and over again. Here's my expectation. Ace Boogie, what's good, big dog? Hope you're having a great day. He says Cowboys next season 10-7, Commanders 8-9, Eagles 7-10, Giants 4-13. I was
I'll
with
take
you.
that.
I
I will
was with
take
you. I
that
was
all
with you
day.
towards the end because if that's what happens next year for the New York Giants, it contradicts with this what I'm about to say.
Why
By
is
the
it
way,
contradicting?
guys, no. So about what I'm about to say. By the way, guys, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button.
I
We're
think
trying to
that
get
sounds
to.
pretty good.
Can you let me plug our channel
What'd you
real quick,
say?
Doug? We're trying to get to 125 subscribers. I think we're at 418 at the moment. So we're just trying to get to 425. So hit that like, hit that share that button. My expectation, we're gonna clip this out a little bit later. My expectation of John Harbaugh this year, my offseason expectation, my season expectation is we better make the playoffs. We better make the playoffs. Like guaranteed. You know why, Caleb? Because here's the thing, Caleb. Your contract is your expectation, right? Caleb, when you give a player $100 million or 150, right?
Yeah.
Right? And what do you expect that player to be, Caleb?
I mean, I think it's a different situation though.
Yeah, because it should be more for the coach. What do you think?
No, I mean it depends on what the
I
coach
disagree.
what the coach has to deal with it.
You give this man $100 million,
Yeah, but you got to give him
guaranteed.
time to build his team.
No, no, no.
Why?
Because I saw coaches with no head coaching experience or second year head coaching experience in the NFL make the playoffs
Oh, who
in their
was their
first or
quarterback?
second year. They have Jackson Dart.
Exactly, but I'm saying all the ones that made the playoffs at least had a good quarterback.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people were not big fans of Caleb Williams with Chicago. They were talking about Caleb Williams as
Yeah,
like,
but he was the number 1 pick overall.
but that don't mean nothing in the NFL, man. Not
You expect
anymore.
him to be at least half decent.
Well, I expect Jackson Dart to be at least half decent.
Why?
He played very good last year.
Really? How many games did you win?
4, but
Exactly. So he
yeah,
played real good. He played real good. He
he
won you all
did.
those games.
Hey, man, we lost the first three games. We didn't play him. He played good in moments. We should have
In
won.
moments,
No,
he
we
didn't
should have
win
won
games.
games. No, we should have won multiple games. But
But you
our
didn't.
defensive coordinator is a
But you
football
didn't.
terrorist.
But you
All
didn't.
right. Yes, we should have beaten you in Dallas.
But you
We
didn't.
should have beaten you in Dallas.
But you lost.
But not
That
because
wasn't
Jackson
even.
Dart.
That wasn't even Jackson Dart. That was Russell
Exactly.
Wilson.
Exactly. I'm trying to prove to you. We should have beaten Denver. We were whooping on Denver. We were slapping Denver around. And our defensive coordinator didn't know what the hell he was doing. We should have had more than 4 wins last year.
Yeah, but that's like every team saying
We
we could have done
smacked
this. We could have
Philly.
done.
We
That's every
smacked Philly
team.
on
That's
Thursday
every
night.
team saying
No,
we
no,
could
no,
have
no.
won this. We could have
No,
won
no, no,
that.
no, no, no. But no, look, watch the games. Do you watch the games?
Yeah, I saw you guys lose.
But why? The defense. The defense is the reason.
Well, you could have scored more on points.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Stop with your lying. Oh, you're pissing me off,
Could have
dude.
scored more
You're
points.
pissing me off.
You couldn't have
Huh?
scored more points. It was impossible to score more points.
We could have scored more points, but let's
Okay,
not act like the
thank you.
defenses are not going to play good. Our defenses couldn't even play mediocre.
I know.
We were awful.
If we had scored more points in the game in those games, we would have won those games. We didn't.
Oh my God.
We already knew we at least for speaking for the Cowboys, we knew our defense sucked
Oh my
ass.
God.
So
You're
it was the
just-
only way to win was to be perfect on offense every single
Well,
game.
I'm
and we
sorry.
weren't.
I'm sorry that the defense with Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, Javon Holland, Paulson Adebo, the ghost of Bobby Okereke. I'm sorry that I thought they weren't going to be. No, you can think of your defense to suck, right? Dude, that's fine because we agreed it does suck.
Yes.
But I'm
That's
sorry.
That's why we knew. The only
But
way
my
we could win is
defense,
we
my
scored
defense
20
had
points.
players. My defense had players that could ball.
So
Your defense
expectations
didn't.
is to not score points and let your defense.
No. My defense is at least stop them once in a while.
Well, that was that was too high of an
Oh,
expectation.
once in a while, you have Brian Burns. You had Dexter Lawrence.
And Brian Burns was doing his job. He had like a ton of sacks.
Yeah, exactly. So I expected the defense to be a little bit better. Just a little bit. I didn't say 85 Bears. I wasn't talking about 2000 Ravens, 2002 Buccaneers. That's not what I was talking about. I just said a little bit better. Just a little bit better. They were bottom half. They were in the 30s in almost every single defensive category.
So were we. We still won more games than you. Why? Because our offense was better.
No. Well, yeah, but
Exactly.
yes,
That's my
yes,
point.
yes.
That's my whole point. Play better offense. You win more games, and you didn't. Because why? Your good quarterback's not that good.
Yes, he is. Stop fucking lying.
That's
You're
why you
lying.
lost.
You're
That's
a
why you
liar.
lost.
You are a
That's
liar.
why you
You
lost.
are lying.
That's
You
why you
are
lost.
lying, bro. Stop with the lies. We've seen multiple games of him playing great football. He played great against
That you
Philly.
lost.
He played
you
great
lost.
against Denver. You are lying, bro.
That you
Enough with your lies, bro. You're a liar. And you know what? I don't know why I'm even talking to a Cowboys fan who doesn't even know what actual good QB play is, right? Because your quarterback has been lying to you for 8 years, but then when the big moments show up, he disappears. So I wouldn't expect you to know what great QB play is.
He played well in multiple playoff games.
Well, you know what? He didn't play well against the Green Bay Packers where they beat you by halftime.
He
He didn't play good. He didn't play good against the Niners where
good against
he only
Buccaneers.
scored 13. Yes, he played good against the Buccaneers. That's good for him. But I just showed you 2 instances where he didn't play very good.
I told you 2 instances where he did.
All I heard was 1.
Well, I said the first Packers game.
First Packers game?
Yeah,
Didn't you
we
lose
should have
that
won. The
game?
defense, the defense lost us the game.
Oh, the defense lost you the game.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. The defense lost you the game. Oh, okay. It's not like someone's been saying that for the past 5 minutes.
No.
Oh, but the defense lost you the game, right?
That particular game, yeah.
Hey, your offense should have scored more.
We should have, but we didn't. We didn't have a great first half.
Because you just said your defensive lost you the game.
We didn't have a good first half. We did not have
defense lost you the game. So I want everyone to notice what he just said. He said that I want everyone to know what we're watching. He said the defense lost him the game. The defense. That's what he just said. That's what Caleb Ochoa said. The Vegas Cowboy on 2535 Mariposa Avenue in North Las Vegas.
Yeah. But in the first half, if we had scored more points in the first half, which we didn't, we would have won the game.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, almost in horseshoes.
That's
you know what? Our defense lost us the game as well.
Or your quarterback wasn't good enough to win it.
Well, you know what? Your quarterback wasn't good enough to win it.
In the first half, yes.
Oh, now we're putting more qualifiers on stuff.
That's not a qualifier.
You just put a qualifier on it.
That's just what happened.
You did. Yeah, you did. You literally just did.
That's literally
but I'm telling you what also happened.
Okay, and I'm saying your quarterback wasn't good enough.
I disagree with that statement.
Well, you can disagree all you want. The results.
You know what I mean? You know what, man? You know what? Jose said, people's opinions and stuff like that. I don't believe in that nonsense. You're just wrong. So it is what it is.
How am I wrong? You guys
you're wrong.
suck.
No, you suck.
Sucked. Your team sucked.
Whatever. Yeah, the team sucked. The defense sucked. That's true. And you know what? It also, you know what? You know what's an achievement? Scoring 32 points when your star wide receiver is Darius Slayton. And your second best receiver is Theo Johnson.
That'll get it.
Yeah, exactly. Of course you can drop 30 points a game when your two receivers are George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, you got Jake Ferguson. Yeah, of course, you better score 30. Scoring 30 with Darius Slayton and 5'8" Wan'Dale Robinson and Theo Johnson, who drops every other pass thrown to him.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like you have much better weapons. You have a hurt-ass Malik Neighbors coming off an injury. You got nobody else.
We're gonna run the ball.
That's why I'm saying, like, why would you think this crappy, no talent team has any chance to make the playoffs?
Jackson Dart.
He's not that great. I'm not saying he's ass, but he's not that great, so he's going to elevate this team to get to the playoffs. He doesn't have enough talent around him. What are you looking up?
Nothing. I have to tell someone I made a joke, and they took it a little too seriously. Yeah, but yeah, I believe in my team.
Why? What is there to believe?
I believe.
That's what I'm saying. Like you having this expectation that he's going to turn your team and make it from a shitty team to a decent team.
I think
a playoff team.
No, well, here's the thing: you give a head coach $100 million
to make you a respectable team, which you will.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean playoffs.
There's 3 playoff spots, bro. Make the playoffs. That
doesn't mean playoffs. That does not mean playoffs. That means like 7 wins, 8 maybe.
I'm sorry, you're giving a coach fully guaranteed $100 million?
Yes, from where you were. Yes, that's a big ass leap.
Well, the Bears literally only won 3 games with Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
and then they made the playoffs the next year.
Yeah, but look at all the talent they had.
That they signed in one offseason.
Exactly. You didn't sign all that talent. Where's the receivers?
Okay, well, yeah, we don't have a DJ Moore or a Roma Dunze or a Colston Loveland. Well, Isaiah Likely.
Where's the great running back?
Who was the great running back in
that guy is going off for a bunch of yards.
Oh, you mean like the three game period with Kyle Monungai? The 3-game period?
Yeah. It helped them win a bunch of games.
You don't think Tyrone Tracy Jr. or Cam Scatterbo can do that? Cam Scatterbo had like a 3-game. Cam Scatterbo had like a 3-game period.
He was hurt.
It was like a 3-game period. He basically had a Kyle Monungai season for like 3 games. He was Kyle Monungai, and then Zach Bond decided to break his ankle. Cam can do that. Tyrone Tracy can do that. Tyrone Tracy, his rookie year, had 4 to 5 games where he looked like a serviceable running back, just like Kyle Monungai. I literally just gave you an example. There's like multiple examples of we can make the playoffs, and you keep denying the fact.
Because it's not the same situation.
How is it not the same situation?
Because they had a better quarterback and
That's not what people were saying. That's not what people were saying. With that's not.
Yeah, they were. That's why they took
with
him
Kyle.
number one.
Bro, a lot of people were not
number one. That's why Jackson Dart was not.
A lot of people were saying Caleb Williams. They may have picked the wrong QB at number one. Literally, Drake May had a horrible season last year, and look what happened with the Patriots.
He didn't have a horrible season. He was okay. He just lost a lot of games.
So we can say the same thing about Jackson Dart. He had an okay season. He lost a lot of games. I'm literally giving you examples.
He didn't run his head into a wall and get hurt.
That's fine. It's football. You expect injuries.
Fine.
I'm fine with it.
He's a moron.
Most football players are.
Your quarterback shouldn't be.
Well, most quarterbacks are, so it doesn't really matter to me. You know, there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on.
You can't be. The one position is quarterback.
Oh my God. It's whatever. I'm giving you. I'm like, my brain is breaking right now. I'm giving you multiple examples of how we can make the playoffs using other examples, and you keep saying it's not going to happen.
It's not the same.
You keep saying it's not the same, but I'm saying I've seen other examples. It's the exact same.
It's not the same.
And this is an 18 year.
So much money on free agents and talent acquisitions. That's why they changed it. You didn't do that. You keep referencing these teams that put so much talent around their core.
It was a bad free agency class.
You did not.
It was a bad free agency class. You know, we got Isaiah Likely.
Why would you have that expectation? You did not do. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same. They did what they made. They improved their entire team substantially. The Giants did not do that.
I think there's been improvements.
Yeah,
Isaiah Likely is an improvement.
That's what I said. It's an improvement to go 4-7. That's an improvement. That's about how much you did this offseason.
I think we can get 8 and 9. 9 and 8. I think we go 9 and 8. I think there's an example. 9 and 8. I think we can go 9 and 8. 9 and 8. I think we can. I think you're wrong. It's fine. I think you're wrong. But yeah, so I think of the undrafted rookies that may make this team, I think the kicker is probably gonna make it. It's gonna be a good kicking duel. Dominic Zavada, Ben Sauls, and Jake Saunders, the veteran. So it's gonna be a three-way battle with them. But I'm a big fan of this Damian Bankson, the running back out of New Mexico. He may be, a punt returner, kick returner. So that's probably one way to make the team. So we may do 18 of the 19 years he's in the NFL. An undrafted free agent is going to make it. I'm going with him. Because sometimes running backs, they go under the radar. They don't get, See? Davon got eight wins, the Giants. He hopes Dak plays an entire season.
Well, he will.
Hopefully, man. That defensive line, offensive line protects him. Because how many full seasons has he played?
He's only missed 2.
Yeah, the ankle, and then the thumb, right?
No. His hamstring.
The hamstring. Oh, the thumb, he came back, and that's the Cooper Rush year where he started 4 games, right? Yeah. And he came back. Yeah, that's true. Good point. But yeah. I guess I'll do the expectation video by myself because I completely fell off the rails because, oh my God, you're just...
You're delusional.
No, No, not delusional video. I think
wild expectations.
No, because here's
wild the expectations.
No, it's blowing my mind. Like because you've been infected. You've been infected by a mind virus, right? Because why don't we hold GMs and head coaches with $100 million the same expectation as players?
Because it's not the same.
But no, your job is to win. Players' job is to win their win.
They will win eventually.
Oh, eventually. So I'm gonna waste. So I'm wasting. I'm wasting $20 million. Is that what I'm doing?
Wasting $20 million. You're eventually gonna get there. if everything goes to plan, what you're projecting, yes, you're eventually going to get what you want. But you can't
Now,
expect and give them
in the
crap.
NFL, in the salary cap era, worst to first happens more often than not. You can switch.
And those teams that went the worst at first, did they win the Super Bowl?
No, but you
No,
can make
they
the
didn't.
playoffs. I'm
Okay.
talking Caleb. I'm not talking Super Bowl. I'm talking playoffs.
Yeah, but you got to look at what you got.
I'm talking playoffs, man. We've seen it in multiple instances where you can do it. It's possible. It's possible. I'm saying it's possible. I'm saying the expectation is playoffs. I'm saying it's possible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I expect a head coach who's been in the NFL for 18 years and is getting $100 million.
Because I take a look at who your quarterback is first, and then I base my expectations off of that.
People literally had given up on Trevor Lawrence until Liam Cohn came around. People thought, oh, him and Doug Peterson, trash. They're not working together. I think Trevor Lawrence.
He was good 1 year.
Oh, 1 year. Oh, yes, the 1 year. The 1 year. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that
1
may
year.
have some reference
Yeah,
of that
1
he
year.
can't
Yeah,
be
1
good
year.
yet.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. It's a lot of people who've had one good year.
Okay, but that means they can still do it, so you just need to get it out of them. They just happen to not to.
I'm talking to like a black hole
How
of
how is how does that not make sense?
am I speaking? Am I, I'm speaking English, right? I'm speaking English, right? Am I lost here? Like, I'm generally befuddled.
How are you befuddled about
No, I
what?
am befuddled right now because you're saying things, right?
Yeah.
And but I'm just hearing BS coming out of it.
How is it BS? Tell me
Like
how. You haven't.
literally, dude. We literally watched last year where he had multiple games this year that he played very well. Multiple games where the defense let him down multiple times. We should have beaten Chicago in Chicago, but he got hurt. So that's one game he should have won. Denver, the defense let him down. He smoked Philly. The New Orleans series, the New Orleans game, that was his fault. Three turnovers, one of them being where he was desperate trying to make a play. I'll blame him for that one. He had a bad game against Minnesota. Brian Flores is Brian Flores. Rookie QBs, they don't do well against Brian Flores. I'll give him that. The second Philly game, Cam Scatterbull breaks his ankle. There's some shenanigans. Jalen Hurts should have been called for a fumble. You know? Exactly, man. I generally don't understand where you can watch him last year when he was playing and say, like, there is something here with this kid.
Because he's a moron. That's why.
Okay, so it's not actual football ability. It's you think he's
Well,
stupid
didn't
because he doesn't slide.
roll on fire with any type of stats. He
Yeah.
ran the ball a lot of the time.
Well, you know what? New offensive coordinator. No offensive coordinator. You know, I agree. Smooth. You know, he showed a big. He did show a big. The Patriots game, just the entire wheels fell off for both for that game. You know, and I agree with you, man. You know, he got to start sliding more. I'm with you on that one. He's got to start sliding more.
He's an
That's true. Exactly. But here's the thing, Caleb. But you haven't said anything about his ability. You just think he's stupid.
But you also, I also brought in the fact that he doesn't have much talent around him.
But he played very well with less talent, and there isn't a there. Okay, compared to other teams, we don't have a lot of offensive talent. But compared to last year's Giants team, we've improved the offensive talent. Funny enough.
But it's not going to lead to wins.
So we had 4 wins with nothing last year.
And you
I
still
think
barely have nothing.
we got like I'm just ready to go Isaiah Likely, Calvin Austin, Darnell Mooney.
That sounds horrible.
They're receiver 2s, receiver 3s. Malik, I don't know when Malik's coming back. Someone said week 1 may be a little iffy, so I don't know when Malik's coming back. So we'll find out. Yeah. But, yeah. But, I'm with you, Smooth. I'm with you. O-line's going to be top again. He's going to be top again. Malik's an elite. He's an elite weapon. I think outside of him, we don't have elite weapons. I think we have good weapons. I am a big fan of Isaiah Likely. I really am. I'm a big fan of him when he's in Baltimore. I've been a big fan of him since he was at Coastal Carolina. I am a big fan of him. I don't trust Theo Johnson. The man drops too many easy passes. Scatterboo is coming off an injury. We'll see how he rehabs. Tyrone Tracy Jr., he's up and down. Darnell Mooney is a good 2-3. Last year in Atlanta, he hurt his shoulder. That's why his game was a little off. So as a 2 and a 3, he's slightly bigger than Wan'Dale Robinson, so that's good. Calvin Austin, I don't know. But Malachi Fields is the key here, right? What does he do? What does Malachi Fields do? The rookie, what does he do? We don't know because he's a rookie. That's the thing. We'll find out. But on that note, I think let's head on out. Caleb, where can people find you, man?
You can find me at NFL Caleb22 on Instagram and Twitter /X, and you can find me on this channel, Good Friends, Better Rivals. We'll be doing the schedule release next week.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a pre-recorded video.
All right.
Yeah. May 14th. After criticizing Harbaugh's picks, Malik is gonna be traded. He better not be traded because you can't keep trading all your best players, bro. You just can't do it. You can't keep doing it. But we'll see how it is. Guys, my name is Ferris Madonna. You can find me at Ferris Madonna here every Friday, 5 o'clock Pacific. Tonight, 7 o'clock. Good Friends, Better Rivals, the Pulse Edition. Me and Adelia, possibly Shug, maybe, I don't know. One day, we'll be talking more sports. We got Champions League. We got man ran a marathon in under 2 hours, first time ever. 2 men actually. World ticket pricing more. So we'll see how that is. We'll see how it is. But without further ado, everyone, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. We appreciate you. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time. The day I'll learn what language Caleb be speaking, because apparently he didn't understand what I was speaking.
Sense. I speak sense. That's why.
No, whatever.